That means it's probably three at the back again, plenty of attack-minded players further forward, and an informed striker in the shape of Sophie Harding leading the line. We're waiting for the teams to join us on which is a balmy day here in Brisbane, temperatures reaching 31 degrees C. Pretty warm for the players, which will mean we will have a scheduled drinks break, one per half. The Wanderers in their away kit, of course, of whites today, needing a result. Their last couple of results have been very good. They've picked up form since the start of the season, which saw them lose the first four, or three of the first four, I should say. One draw, 2 wins in succession, and 2 clean sheets in a row. The Raw, though, their form couldn't be any worse. Since winning in round 2, they have not picked up a victory. Only 1 point, that 1-1 draw with Adelaide in round 5, and last weekend they were hammered in Canberra, losing to the tune of 5-1. But they're back home today and in front of their vociferous support. They've turned out in numbers again here at Perry Park. Whilst the Raw have struggled for goals, before last week's 5 they conceded to Canberra, they have been parsimonious defensively, led by the form of goalkeeper Jordan Silkowitz. The American had only been beaten 6 times in 5 matches before that game. They could do with her being in a belligerent mood this evening. Western Sydney Wanderers' leading scorer is Sophie Harding. Her 5 goals this season include a brace last time out and a 3-0 win over Central Coast Mariners, with all her goals having been scored in the last 3 fixtures. A rich vein of form indeed. Both teams getting set for what will be a cracking match, and it will be overseen by our referee Kate Jasovitz, assisted by Mi-Suk Park and Avril Beecham. Laura Lee will be our 4th official patrolling the technical area and keeping in charge of all the substitutions. Very experienced set of match officials, of course. You can see the shadows across the pitch. There's Mia Corbin. Well, the lack of goals this season for the Brisbane Roar, she's got a lot on her shoulders today. 2 goals for her, plus 2 assists. Bright spark for the Roar up top. They'll be expecting a fair bit from her if they are to break this run of poor results. Looking forward to seeing her partnership with, it might be more attack-minded team. It's been a very low block defensively and lacking width, the Roar, this season. Alex Smith on paper today seems a lot better. Sham Khamis, meanwhile, well, her team has kept 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games. Haven't conceded a goal since the round 4 game when they lost 4-3 to Melbourne City. I wonder if the Western Sydney Wanderers goalkeeper can keep a 3rd successive clean sheet. If she can, of course, the Wanderers will be well on their way. We're all set for Raw versus Western Sydney Wanderers. Kick off very shortly indeed. You can see how difficult it's going to be for the players, with the shadows cast across the ground, looking into the sunshine over the back of the main stand there, the Bill Waddell stand. But it'll be Mia Corbin for the Raw to get us underway. Attacking the goal to our left in the first half, and important to get off to an important start, and a good start as well. Early touch for Silkowitz, who's been in good form this season. Mentioned before last week, which was a bit of an aberration. Canberra seemed to score with nearly every shot they had on target. They'll be hoping it doesn't happen again this week. McCormack forward. Midfield duel is going to be all important. Ishinori, there's first win by Holly Palmer. You can hear the home support getting behind their team already. There's one for Harding to chase, but it's too long and it should be cleared by McCormack. Eunice, first real chance for her to have a run down that wing, and it's been snuffed out fairly quickly. There's Alex Smith. He was only appointed head coach of the Roar just over a month ago, returning to the club where he was assistant coach during the 2018-19 season. Since then, he's had roles at Melbourne City and Peninsula Power. Eunice for the Wanderers, trying to slide it forward for Holly Caspers. One in midfield by Palmer again. Scrappy early part. Ishinori, the skipper, couldn't get a touch on it, and it'll be hammered clear by Sian Freer. Wanderers will be hoping to put a bit of pressure on early doors. Here's Bethany Gordon. Midfield maestro. All the way back for Karmis. Legs to go long. Helped on its way by Kush LaRue. The Roar can pick it up and come back again. Both sides have struggled for goals this season. The Roar have only scored more than once in one game this occasion. That was a round one success over Melbourne Victory. Unlike them, down the years, they have been one of the most dominant sides, of course. Champions twice, premiers 3 times. McCormack's left that a bit short, but Silkowitz got there. Good take by Corbin. A chance to spread the ball wide and an opportunity in the shadows of the stands. Norrie. Plenty up for the Roar. Kirkup recalled to the side today. This is the first start of the season. Came off the bench 3 times already. She's won 85% of duels. Western Sydney Wanderers head coach Robbie Hooker there. He's started his coaching career in the national capital with Canberra United in the inaugural W League. He took them to the grand final. He later had a stint, of course, as an assistant with the Socceroos. Was called into action as coach of the Wanderers just before the season started. Harrison high, not very handsome. Kirkup under pressure from Harding, who does well. Only Casper's ahead though, so she has to go square. Kush LaRue happy to go wide. McComasky. His route. McComasky again, played in the capital last year. Harrison looking for a ball forward. It's a good challenge on Eunice. And Olivia Price trying to get involved. No chances of note so far. Plenty of noise, as you can hear in the background, though, from the crowd that have come out today. Week before Christmas to support their team here in Brisbane. Corbin won the header. Looking for Kirkup. My apologies, it was Brodigan in the shade. Only her second start of the campaign. The Wanderers have won 2 of their last 3 A-League women's games against the Roar, including a 3-1 win in their most recent encounter. They'll be looking to claim successive wins against the Roar for the very first time in this competition, should they get up today. It's been a very even start to the contest. Gordon. Happy to go back to start again. And no real press. The heat is rather oppressive again today in Brisbane. Hence the later kickoffs, of course. Well intercepted by McCormack. Eunice got stuck in as well. It's broken kindly out on that wing for the Roar again. And Norrie happy to slow things down and go back to a goalkeeper. Here's Leah Scarpelli. Swept wide to this near side, a really good touch. Scarpelli has actually won the most tackles in the team before today, 543 of them already. Might say something about the fact that the Roar have struggled defensively a little. Gordon. Eunice came to collect but handled it, and it gives the Roar an opportunity from this free kick. Holly Palmer happy to leave it. It's Tegan Thompson. Most of the ball through to Yallop. Her influence might be important today. A stalwart of this side. McComiskey got rid of it. Rude to play it backwards, and Bethany Gordon rather boxed in, but does well to get out of that and find Holly Caspers. The break might be on here for Brisbane Roar with Kushler-Rue. Well read. And Yallop can slide it up towards Corbin. Brodigan to her right, Corbin to loft it in towards the left-hand side where Charm Fryer has picked up a good position. The opportunity here for the Brisbane Roar. Fryer to pull it back. And then Yallop tried to slide it through, but chances are there was an offside flag about to go up. Tamiki Yallop, as I said, might be deployed further forward today. Her passing accuracy of 82.5% before today. Well, was going to mention that just before that pass. Good job we didn't, because that would have been the proverbial commentator's curse. Harding operating from deep, brings it down. Gordon under pressure once more. Kalmis didn't really want that back pass, but Amy Harrison has dealt with it nicely. Here's McComiskey. Rue. It was won by Scarpelli, but she couldn't keep it in play at the second attempt. Plenty of Liberty A-League action going on today, of course. This is one of a trio of games. Rue with a throw. Eunice. Snappy tackle from Norrie. Talia Eunice playing in the number 10 role. Formation very similar to the one that beat the Mariners last week. All the goals came in the second half there. Of the 7 goals they have got, all of them have been scored in the second half. Indeed, 8 of the 9 goals scored this season have come in the second 45, and none before the 43rd minute of a match for the Wanderers. Only 1 goal in the first half. Early stages, of course, of this one. Price happy to go backwards once again. McComiskey to switch play. Acrobatic from Brodigan, but Price can pick up the loose ball. Nervy signs in the first part of the match. Passes going astray from both teams. Vicky Bruce stretched to keep it in, but couldn't. She scored with 2 of her 3 shots on target this season, the defender. It's a tough one for Thompson to deal with, and she can only present it to Kushler-Rue, who fancies a run at the fullback, who recovers brilliantly with a tackle. It's a horrible ball for Tegan Thompson to deal with. The Wanderers thought they should have had a throw there. It's gone the way of the home side. Kushler-Rue backing her pace. They might have had a point, the Wanderers. Did win, as I mentioned here last year, on their last visit to Brisbane, 3-1. It was March this year. You've got to go back to November 2019 for the last success in Queensland before that, and it was by the same 3-1 scoreline, ironically enough. Wanderers looking to put some pressure on. Thompson. Offering width and getting it back again, Tegan Thompson. Ball was meant for Corbin, didn't find her. And Harding can roll the marker and try and get away from McCormack. A physical battle between those two, and Jenna McCormack won it on that occasion and found Scarpelli. Freya back again, little triangles from the Raw. Kushler-Rue strong in the challenge again, and Harding looking to use the pace of Holly Caspers, and she is quick. Holly Caspers' angle's a bit acute though. It's been held up well by Jenna McCormack. Again, a good challenge. Caspers is quick, but so is McCormick. As she showed then, Harrison, as the Wanderers enjoying a good spell of possession, trying to make the breakthrough. Kirkup with the defensive work. Bruce robbed of possession. And Palmer tries to play it down. That's a tumble and a half in front of the bench. Ashley Brodigan picks herself up, having tripped over the Toblerone. Palmer's pass, and Bethany Gordon helped her on away. Bit of friendly fire, as it is. Here they go at the other end, and a real opportunity for Fryer. And a brilliant bit of goalkeeping from Karmis. Came off her line quickly, was alert to the danger. Needed to be, otherwise Sian Fryer might have been in for a second goal in successive weeks. Took a knock for her troubles, did the Wanderers, number 20, the goalkeeper. Inch perfect through ball. And Fryer just couldn't get there. That's what you want from your goalkeeper though, Sham Karmis. No doubt she will pick herself up. Brisbane having the lion's share position in the first 13 minutes. That, though, perhaps the best opening so far. Neither side have been really able to take a stranglehold on the match, sitting 6th and 7th before this round of fixtures. No harm done for Karmis. Good win by Norrie. Important one. Corbyn got involved and is off and running again. Players in support. It's going to come across, and McComiskey got a really important head on it. Brisbane Roar, over the last couple of minutes, suddenly turning the screw, but the Wanderers on the break with Harding. Bit too short, and Corbyn finds Palmer. Norrie can turn and spread it to this near side. Lots of room for Thompson. Noticeably, the Wanderers back in numbers and quickly. And the Roar, well, they're happy to keep possession. McCormick. Norrie. Roar's total of 7 goals was the second lowest in the Liberty A-League this season. Only the Mariners have scored less. But as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, defensively, before last week, they've been pretty good. Well, Sukowicz has got herself into a tangle, got herself out of a tangle. And McCormick helped her get out of it completely. Norrie, nowhere to go with Price right on her back. And you can see the passing accuracy stats. Well, it backs up what we were saying earlier. It's been a bit loose in the opening quarter of an hour. McCormick's had plenty of touches in these opening stages. Sukowicz to go long. Corbyn the target. Sent it down nicely. Yallop's touch wide. The ball played into the middle, and Freya's got space here. It's Sian Freya. First touch wasn't great. Second, got the shot away. And the Wanderers got out of jail. But not for the first time. Sian Freya getting away down that left flank. Not tracked by a Wanderers marker. And a great opportunity for the Roar goes begging. Gordon trying to set something in motion at the other end. Eunice. Robbed by Palmer. But the best opening of the game for the Roar. Not for the first time. A ball from right to left allowed Sian Freya to get in. First touch took her too far wide. Don't want to give her too many opportunities though, otherwise she will take one. Caspers. Bruce. Eunice to play it wide. McComiskey. Rue. fancies herself up against Tegan Thompson, not getting any change out of the raw defender at all this afternoon. Bags of ability, Kush LaRue, though. 1 goal and 2 assists to her name this season. You can see straight away, wants to take her on for pace, but Thompson solid in that tackle. McCormick. Most clearances for the Brisbane Roar, 27 of them this season before today. Much travelled centre-back. Should be easy for Harrison. Karmis long. Good take by Caspers. Eunice to send it wide, but in between both Bruce and Harding. The Wanderers finding it hard to string more than a couple of passes together at the moment. Scarpelli finds Thompson. Quite content, though, the visitors, to sit off and let the Roar play in this area. Silkowitz has had enough of that, wants to go long. Decent ball, too, from the goalkeeper. Thompson. McCormick. Lots of possession for the Roar, but not much of it in areas of danger at the moment. Thompson, well, it's asking an awful lot of Fryer. McComiskey, good challenge, though, from the young left-sided forwards. Put the pressure on Madison McComiskey. Has resulted in a goal kick. Breakthrough year for McComiskey last year, wearing the green of Canberra United, and did very well indeed. Elected on a move back towards Sydney with the Wanderers this season. Lea Scarpelli, part of a back three which is turning into almost a 5 at times when necessary. Wanderers did have to wait a spell of 7 matches between victories against the Roar, with a win in October 2014 preceding a septet of losses ahead of redemption in November 2019. It was a long time coming, a victory for the Wanderers against Brisbane. But they were pretty impressive in the last clash at Wanderers Football Park, a 3-1 win. Bethy Gordon on target twice in that game. Some of the Roar faithful cranking out the Christmas carols. The words modified for their midfield maestro, Holly Palmer. Eunice. Price looking for the ball down that channel. Sophie Harding was a willing runner again. 5 goals in 6 matches for her this season. Hit a rich vein of form, all of those in the last 3 games. Gordon forcing McComiskey back. Can't squeeze it past Yallop. Corbin looking for the ball over the top, and there's a bit of room to manoeuvre here for Fryer. Yallop in the middle, only one in an orange shirt at the moment, and that's where it's gone. And Bruce defended it well for the Wanderers. Real lack of numbers in support there for Sian Freya. Brisbane, you can see 2 aerial duels, 1-0 so far. Wanderers with the most telling aerial clearance, so just a moment ago with Bruce to knock it clear. Here she is with ball at feet. Wanted to take on Yallop. Gordon finds Price. Neat and tidy, that pair in the Wanderers' engine room. McComasky finds Rue. Price, I didn't see Palmer. Friars won it back anyway. Picked the pocket of Olivia Price. Coming up to midway through the first half, chances very much at a premium, the best falling to the Raw. Chanfrey within moments of each other, having opportunities. First one couldn't quite get to the ball, second one shot was blocked. But as expected between two sides that have struggled at times this season, it's a cagey affair, nothing between them. You do feel, though, it might explode at any moment. Sukowicz. Lots of time for the goalkeeper, Scarpelli. And that was almost a short back pass, and Sukowicz has turned that into a decent ball for the forwards to chase. On a slip by Karmis. McComasky to the rescue. Sham Karmis with the apologetic raise of the arm, because that was a slip at an inopportune moment. Unfortunately for the Wanderers, as we pause for the drinks break, Madison McComasky was on her toes. Once we have this drink break, it's worth reminding you that Unite rounds will take place in Sydney between the 12th and the 14th of January. All 24 teams in the Isuzu Youth A-League and, of course, the Liberty A-League playing in Sydney across 3 glorious days of football in a dozen matches at a trio of stadiums. Tickets are on sale for those now. You can see aleagues.com.au for more information. It's the first time that's happened in Liberty A-League and Isuzu Youth A-League history. There you can see tickets at ticketek.com.au. You can take your family and your friends, and we encourage everybody to go out. There's passes available to get you to all the matches. If you can skip around Sydney, you can take your pick. And there's some cracking fixtures lined up as well, so that's a weekend not to be missed. Ticketek.com.au for your tickets for Unite rounds. These two teams, of course, will be involved in that. There's players from around the world taking part in the Unite round, international players across both leagues. Should be a great weekend. There you go. So remember that. Put it in the diary now before you forget it for Christmas. Unite round, 12-14 January 2024 in Sydney. We await our first goal here. Not for the want of trying, and great effort by the fans today to turn out in numbers. Most of them elected for the shade of the stand, and you can't blame them. 30+ degrees temperatures in Brisbane. Not unusual at this time of year. But they do come out in numbers to support their team, the Raw. And they get behind them. Christmas is coming, and they'd love a goal and 3 points. Might be on the wish list to Santa. Brisbane Raw are without a win in their last 5 games in the A-League Women's competition. They've drawn 2, lost 3. That's their joint longest run without a win in the history of the competition. Their last victory was a 1-0 win over Sydney in round 2 of this season. Coach Alex Smith, of course, waiting for his first victory as head coach. Picked up a few during his assistant days, of course. So we're back underway. Bethany Gordon, well, it was turned over by McComasky. It's going to come for Corbin to race into the area. Mia Corbin, can she force it home? She can! And the noise you hear is from the Brisbane Raw. They've made the breakthrough, and it's Mia Corbin again. The centre forward on target for the third time this season. And it's come from a Wanderers error. They were still at the drinks break. Brisbane Roar snapped out of it, and they have the lead. And it means so much to them that Jordan Silkowitz has made a way all the way from goal to celebrate. Corbin, well, she took her time. There was a sliding challenge in to try and block it from Vicky Bruce, to try and take some sting out of it. It may have wrong-footed Sham Khamis, but it will go down as Corbin's goal, and the Roar are in front. They were still half asleep, the Wanderers, and Mia Corbin's made them pay. Can they build on this? Thompson looking for the run of Corbin again. Harrison to tidy up. The goal may have been scored by Corbin, but I think it was Sean Freya who put the pressure on at the back to force a turnover. Super work to force the error, and Corbin took full advantage. And how composed was she when she got in? Didn't rush it, took her time, and finds the net for the third time this season. Well, shove in the back of Yallop from Gordon. Free kick goes the way of Brisbane, who have the lead, that their possession and dominance of the ball perhaps suggest they should have. Work to do for Western Sydney. McCormick finds Scarpelli. They had a couple of half openings through Freya, but they hadn't had a shot on target in the entire match until that one. Well, they're 1 from 1. Rue looking for a response. Caspers forced to come a long way back. Price. Gordon, press is good from Brisbane Roar. It was well won. A little nibble at the heels as well, and here goes Brodigan. Ollie Palmer had done the work in the first instance. Ashley Brodigan to deliver towards the far post. Well, half-hearted shouts for a handball, mostly from the crowd, as a header ricocheted off an arm. Here goes Harding. Pace and power from her. Sophie Harding causing issues and pushing it across the area. And in the end, Scarpelli happy to clear. Wasn't much in the way of support for Harding. Had to do it on her own, but you wouldn't bet against her, the form she's in. Eunice tried to get a touch on it, couldn't. So the 19th fixture between these two. Wanderers before today had won 5 of those. Interesting, 4 of those 5 wins the Wanderers have been away from home against Brisbane Roar. Well, they've got to go some today. In the last 3 games, of course, so they have scored 2 or more goals, so they have it in them. McComasky looking for the run of Harding over the top. Kirkup back in support. Harding's got there first, though. Pulls it in for Eunice. Caspers had a stab at goal. Back for Price. It's been a good response this to going behind by Western Sydney. McComasky. Bruce. Corbin tracking back. Harding to lift it in towards the penalty area. Comes out for Bethany Gordon. Comasky again, the Roar trying to force an error. They've seen how the press can turn over the ball, and it led to a goal, and it's energized the team in orange. Rue. Good defending again. Plenty of time there for Harrison. Quarter of an hour, the first half to go. McComasky, good challenge, a good tackle by Freya, not for the first time today. Thompson. Plenty of room for Holly Palmer. The Raw have got the crowd behind them. They've got their backs up. We're looking to add to the goal scored by Corbin. Thompson not happy with the movement ahead of her, though. Scarpelli to loft it. Harrison needs to be alert with Corbin lurking. McCarmis has sliced another one. And it might come for Holly Palmer to swing it in and win a corner. The Brisbane Roar with a set piece. Raw sending plenty forwards. First corner of the match. We'll have to wait a moment while the referee has a little chat with the players in the 6-yard box. The general how do you do and what have you been up to? Holly Palmer to take. Sham Khamis with 2 orange shirts in front of her, making it difficult. Rebecca Kirkup right in front of her. Palmer to lift. Can she find the requisite quality for the delivery to the near post? It's half cleared. The hit comes in from Yallop. It's dipping, and that's a really good save from Khamis, backpedaling to palm it over the bar. Otherwise, the Raw would have been 2-0 up. Super stop from the Wanderers goalkeeper. And some hits as well. Came out to Tamiki Yallop. She's made a career of this. It was dipping in and arcing backwards. Khamis with a super stop. Corner from the other side now. Again, plenty up for Brisbane. The crowded 6-yard box. Holly Palmer's delivery last time was pretty good, but it couldn't beat the player at the near post. She'll hope for a little better this time with a left-footed in-swinger. It's a deep one towards the far post, and it's 2-0! A super header! Oh, there's a whistle going for a free kick. Well, confusion reigns. Rebecca Kirkup thought she'd scored, but Kate Jazovic has called a free kick for a potential push or a block. We will see on the replay. The Raw thought they were 2 up briefly. The Wanderers may have dodged a bullet there. It's a super header from Rebecca Kirkup. Met it forcefully, but ruled out. Corbin. Fryer making McComiskey's life an absolute misery again. Gordon tidies up. Kush LaRue having to retreat to keep it in play. Gordon, here comes the press again. They're playing around it though, West Sydney Wanderers, and doing it well. Scarpelli for McCormick. Well, that one's loose, and here come the Western Sydney Wanderers, but the touch was a bit loose. Sekowitz happy to clear. Harding's having to do a lot of work from deep or out wide at the moment. Haven't been able to get their goal scorer in on the act. That's a credit to the way that the Raw have defended. Casper's beaten to it. Bruce's header. Bethany Gordon, slide rule ball forward. Firm challenge again by Thompson. He's had a fine match so far, Tegan Thompson. Before today, she conceded the joint most fouls in the team, but hasn't put a foot wrong so far in the first 36 minutes. Cleanly won every ball. Here she is again. But the Raw will have questions over that second goal that was disallowed. I'm sure I'll have a look at it very soon. In the meantime, Western Sydney with Harding looking to swing the ball into the area. There was a good run on this near side from Roux. They've got themselves a corner. The Wanderers first of the match, and here's the goal that was disallowed. Well, maybe Jenna McCormick blocked off the run of Shan Karmis. That's all I can see amongst that. Otherwise, it looked like a very good goal from Kirkup. Can be the only thing, the blocking of the goalkeeper. The Wanderers won't care, though, and they've got an opportunity to get themselves on terms. Olivia Price from their own set piece. Kasper's in front of the keeper. Price to swing it into that near post and punched away firmly by Silkowitz. Haven't managed to clear it entirely, though, Brisbane. McCormick might now with a little stab. No one in an orange shirt anywhere near it, though. Roux. Happy to come in field. Price. Vicky Bruce, normally a defender, as we said, 2 goals though this season, suggests given a chance in the opposition penalty area. She knows where the net is. Harding, no room for her at all. Olivia Price trying to find somewhere, none exists either, and well, having waited 37 minutes for a corner, the Wanderers have got 2 in quick succession. Price again to take it, gone short this time. Swung into the penalty area, and a really good headed clearance by Yallop. Eunice looking to deliver again into the box. Kaspers was the target, too close to Silkowitz. Closing in on the shadows of half-time. Will be a couple of minutes added on, of course, for the drinks break. Brodigan tries to get in front. McComiskey looking for the head of Kaspers. In the main, though, Brisbane Roar have dealt with the Wanderers' attacking threat very well indeed, whilst posing more of a threat at the other end, as evidenced by the fact that they are in front. Silkowitz went long. Corbin putting the pressure on again. As you can see, 3 shots on target for the home side, only 1 for the visitors so far. Got themselves a free kick here, though, the Wanderers. Cook up a little bit too close. Well, she thought she'd scored that second. Certainly the majority of Perry Park, to be fair. As we close in to the last 5 minutes of the first half, the Roar have the advantage. Silkowitz away. Back from Bruce. Harding's touch. Eunice forced backwards. Gordon. Nice switch of play. Roux. The run's been made ahead of her by Kaspers. Roux wants the return and gets it and stays onside here. Kushla Roux into the penalty area. Well, it was calmly done by McCormick. Ball's out of play and will be a corner kick. Jordan Silkowitz doesn't think so. Olivia Price certainly does. And Kate Jasovich, more importantly, agrees with the Wanderers midfielder. Nice interplay, though, from Caspers and Roux on this right channel. It's a good ball in from Roux as well, and McCormick chested it calmly. And as you can see, Siglitz couldn't keep it in play. Well, Price will deliver this set piece, and it's a decent-looking ball into the area. Nodded up and away. Price again. Will drop of the shoulder, and for the second time, and then lost possession. Holly Palmer, the destroyer-in-chief. Freya, Palmer again. Gordon making life difficult and running into Wanderers traffic and somehow getting out of it. Brilliantly done by Palmer. Freya, 2 ahead of her. Joining in is Norrie. Yallop's peeled wide, Brodigan in the middle, Corbin in there as well. Yallop to deliver it towards Freya, who got there and strikes the uprights. And the rebound could go anywhere, and it's been blocked by Karmis again, and it's scrambling around. And somehow the Wanderers survive. The Raw within the width of a goalpost of going 2-0 up. They might not be done yet. Yallop to deliver once more. Corbin causing the issues again, and that's a really important block. Yallop for the 3rd time. And somehow the Wanderers' goal avoids being breached for the 2nd time this afternoon. Freya striking the woodwork, and then from the ricochet, anything could have happened. In the end, I believe it was hacked off the line. Shab Karmis under pressure. Her team under pressure. The Raw seek a second. Norrie. It's a really slick attack. It almost brought a goal. Should be a free kick. We might see a yellow card here for the Raw skipper, Aisha Norrie, who's walking away from the scene of the crime, but I believe is going to see yellow for breaking up play. Here's the card. Norrie just yet nowhere near the ball. Took out Eunice. Good decision by Kate Jasovic. Entering the final minutes of regulation time. Of course, there'll be a couple of minutes of time added on. Price goes down. It will be another free kick. Can the Wanderers find a leveller? The Raw will be thinking, how are they not more than 1 ahead? Norrie again in the first instance, and then Brodigan with the hack. Olivia Price. So can they find something from the free kick? Lofted into the danger area. Again, the ball in isn't good enough, and the break is on with Yallop. Looking for the runners ahead, and there's some good pace from Palmer to get there. Really good recovery from Western Sydney Wanderers. Was led quite magnificently by Danica Matos out on that left flank. Having been forced to do plenty of defensive work. Matos in cooperation with Bruce. Going to get 3 minutes of time added on. We're into that already. Norrie. Well, Alex Smith will be pretty pleased with what he's seen so far. Robbie Hooker might want a bit more penetration in the front third. They might get it before the break. Roux picked off calmly by Norrie. Thompson, not for the first time, bemoans the lack of options ahead of her. Having to go back to Leah Scarpelli. Silkowitz didn't look particularly comfortable, but got rid of it in the end. McComiskey can find Gordon. The second bite of the cherry, the midfielder, having to leave it for Matos to send it forwards. Oh, my apologies, Bruce looking for Matos. This is Danica Matos. Eunice. Matos again. Good exchange of passes. And the shot's taken a deflection, and it could have gone anywhere. Holly Caspers was lurking. In the end, it rolls harmlessly through to Silkowitz. He'll eat up a few more seconds. Silkowitz goes long, and it's found Corbin, the goal scorer. Yallop's made a really good run forward. Wanted the ball, didn't get it, might get it now. Yallop from distance, tries a luck again. Can't miss this time. An easier save than the one she was forced to make from Yallop's dipper. Corbin looking to put it through, it's come off McComiskey. On the raw, ending the half on the front foot, as they've spent most of it. Wanderers not creating enough at the other end. Thompson, Freer, is there a chance to add another? Good looking ball towards the far post, no one in an orange shirt on the end of it though. Bruce happy to get rid of it. Lovely turn from Harding. Not much in the way of support at the moment. And Kate Jasovic says that'll do us for the first 45 minutes, in which Brisbane Roar have scored once. They've struck the woodwork, they've forced Sham Khamis into a decent save. They've been the dominant side, and they lead thanks to a 27th minute goal from Mia Corbin. Showed composure and class when required, Mia Corbin, just after the drinks break, when the Wanderers appeared to still be sleeping. And at half-time here at Perry Park, it's Brisbane Roar 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 0. This is the moment that mattered. Mia Corbin taking her time into the area. The deflection off of Vicky Bruce, wrong-footed Khamis, who did her best to get there. You can't blame the defender. She threw her body at it to try and block it, and it wrong-footed Khamis and trickled its way into the net. And Sham Khamis disappointed with her team. Brisbane Roar ecstatic with theirs. And as we'll see from the statistics, they've been fairly dominant. More possession, more shots, more on target, more passes, better passing accuracy as well. And at half-time, the Roar leads. Brisbane Roar 1, the Wanderers 0. So we're off to the break, and afterwards, of course, we'll be back for the second half, as Brisbane Roar look to either carry on with their form and add a goal or two to get the 3 points that they need.
on now, the Brisbane app. It's free for your app store. ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way back onto the field, put your hands together, let's make some noise. The Brisbane Roar! Andy Webb strike balance from the side of the bench. Have you heard? Limited ground is towards the A-League. The free kick is the game changers, and the goalkeepers both on and off the field. Bring your lemon dreams to life. Limited loans for free kickers.
Welcome back to Perry Park, where the shadows are lengthening across the ground, which might give a bit of relief to the players and supporters. But the heat is mounting on the Western Sydney Wanderers. They're 1-0 down at the break, and the Roar, they're out already, raring to go, leading via Mia Corbin's 27th minute goal. Beautifully taken inside the first half, and this was the moment that mattered. They won the ball back, and Corbin, well, when she got the opportunity, wasn't going to pass it up despite the best intentions of Vicky Bruce, who threw herself at it. Holly Palmer was involved in the build-up, and there was a hit. Bruce's deflection. And Carmis, well, she was disappointed. Thought she might have saved it. Would have been some stop if she could have stopped that from Corbin. The Roar celebrating as one. Mia Corbin's third goal of the season. The two number 9s making it for interesting comparison. Mia Corbin having 3 total shots, 2 on target for the goal, of course. Sophie Harding, well, only 2 shots in the game, 1 on target. Most of her workload has had to be done out wide. She's been well marshalled by the back 3 of Tegan Thompson, Jenna McCormick and Leah Scarpelli. But she is a player in form, Sophie Harding. Has been amongst the goals, and will no doubt be an opportunity for her to get on the score sheet in the second half. Second half is when she does most of her work. The last 4 goals she scored rather, have all been after the break. The Wanderers would love one in the second stanza. Kate Jasovic issued 1 yellow card in the first half to Raw skipper Aisha Norrie. Well, as I mentioned, that shade will be much welcomed by everybody at Perry Park. And Sophie Harding will get us underway. And the Wanderers will seek a way back into the match. Early ball forward from Bruce for Price, but she was crowded out of it. And Scarpelli not been shy in going back to Jordan Silkovitz this afternoon. Price. Harding couldn't get it under control. Casper's got a toe in on it. Costa Roux putting the pressure on Sian Freer doing the defensive work. 3 Wanderers shirts to contend with. The Raw number 11, and does exceptionally well to win the throw-in, much to the appreciation of the crowd. Norrie looked comfortable in possession. Brisbane Roar. Kirkup's ball forward, picked off by Bruce. Eunice can go back and have it back from Harrison. Price to turn, look for the run of Roux, but it's overhit by Olivia Price. Don't often see that from the metronomic midfielder. Yallop, but too clumsy on Bethany Gordon. Last 4 games between these two sides have been won in sequence. The Raw won in February 2021, the Wanderers in January 22, Raw in December 2022, and the Wanderers in March this year. So, judging by that, it is the Raw's turn. And they're making the most of it at the moment. Mia Corbin finds Yallop. 2 to hit in the area. Freer's one of them. Tees up Corbin. Palmer. Loads of space here for Brodigan if they can find her. Ashley Brodigan to clip it in towards the far post where Yallop was coming in and almost made it 2. Great start to the second half of Brisbane Roar, well worked. And all that was missing was a finish from Tamiki Yallop. Brodigan's ball in was exceptional, and Yallop came ghosting in. She's made a habit of that over the years. Couldn't quite hit the target. A warning shot across the bows of the Wanderers if they needed one. Harding to bring it down. McCormick was there though. Thompson can rampage forward, looking for Corbin. Not much in the way of support for the striker. Freya's one of them. As you can see by the shot counts, Brisbane in dominant form, 10-3 so far, and there may be more on the way. Norrie, look at the room again for Brodigan to clip it into the danger zone. Corbin arrives, and Khamis pushed it away. A super save from Sham Khamis, a very important one as well. Mia Corbin must have thought that she was making it 2-0. Brodigan's ball in again was delicious. And Corbin, well, it came off the thigh more than anything, luckily for the Wanderers. If it had been any major contact, it surely would have been 2-0, but credit where credit's due to Khamis. Reaction save was top draw. Holly Palmer with a set piece. No one blocking the run of Khamis this time. Palmer to take. To swing into the area. Kirkup was there and Khamis came and won it. Freya back out for Palmer to reload. Dangerous looking ball, but it bounced harmlessly into Khamis' hands. She wants to get a wriggle on. Well taken. Well, Casper's brought it down, but the little shirt tug on McCormick means that that attack is pulled up before it can really get going. But as they ended the first half, the Roar have started the second on the front foot and looking the most likely. And Sukovic has come forward to take the free kick, hoping to catch the Wanderers napping. Bit of space for Western Sydney Wanderers. Caspers to send it in. It's going to find its way through for Harding, and of course she scores. It's what she does. Sophie Harding again. Barely had a sniff in the first half. The first opening she gets, and she buries it, and we're all square at Perry Park. Wanderers turned it over in midfield, and when the chance presented itself, Sophie Harding has half a dozen for the season. Coolest personified. Casper's ball in, drew the defence, and Harding was left completely unmarked to slide it home. McCormick was drawn in, and no one picked up the number 9 criminal from the Roar. Alex Smith and his coaching staff will be ropeable about that. The Wanderers, though, well, they won't care. They're back on terms. Their first opening of note, and it falls to the player they wanted it to. Sophie Harding brings us level. Eunice. Off she goes again, chasing Harding. And delivering again. And another good-looking ball. Caspers was inches away. And for the first time in the entire game, the Roar look a bit shaky defensively. Corbin, great touch from Mia Corbin. 4 against 4 in this attack at the moment. Brodigan. Norrie. Scarpelli to lift it in towards Corbin. Well, they might have been 2 down, but for Sham Khamis. Now they're level. And Robbie Hooker will be hoping his team can push on from here. They have been a second half side. The goals have come after the break in the main for them this season. Only Sophie Harding's 43rd minute goal against Melbourne City in round 4 has been scored in the first half. They finished strongly. Well, the Raw had plenty of opportunities in the first half to add to that goal that Corbin scored. They'll feel that they can create openings again. Casper's helped it on, took a deflection. It will be a Wanderers ball. Some good talent on the benches today. Both sides, no doubt, will probably turn to the substitutes bench at some stage. Kaya Stevenson, Holly McQueen, Hannah Holgerson, Bonnie Davies, the outfield options for the Raw, Gemma Ferris, Alexia Postolakis, Malia Morris and Ella Abdul-Masai for the Wanderers. Casper's beaten to it by Sian Freer, who's enjoyed an exceptional game on that flank. And Robbie Hooker found something on the match ball. Hopefully it wasn't the price tag. Here comes Brodigan, who goes for distance. Oh, and Yallop had made a really good run in front of her, and Tamiki Yallop gave her the evil eye. Wanted it slid in behind. The hit from Brodigan wasn't strong enough. Casper's putting pressure on Thompson, who defends well again. Gordon. Pressure on McComiskey means it's a turnover. Here was the opportunity again. Keep your eye on Tamiki Yallop, who made a great run in behind. You can't blame Brodigan for having a pop, unless, of course, you are Tamiki Yallop. It's a very open field to the second half. Freer. Corbin got a touch on it. Bruce can clear. Norrie with the aerial duel, wins it twice. Bethany Gordon tidies up. She does that really well. And that's one for Harding to chase. Won't be able to keep it in. Had the chance though and took her goal really well, Sophie Harding. 6 in 4 now for the Wanderers number 9. Yallop finds Norrie. Scarpelli just helps it on its way. Thompson under pressure with the challenge, and Hicks going to break for Olivia Price. Really good work from Kuchler-Roux in the first instance. And then Holly Palmer's penalised for the foul on Price. And the crowd sound a bit edgy now. Wanderers feel they could get something. That was the first tackle by Roux, looked good, and the second one followed shortly off of that, just out of shot. Price wins a free kick for Western Sydney, enables them to throw bodies forward. Price to deliver. Corbin with the defensive duties. Gordon's won it back. There was another little shirt tug there, and the referee's seen it. It will be a free kick again. Bethany Gordon is on the blind side. You can see it there. Just a little tug by Holly Palmer to try and stop the progress. What it is a free kick in a really dangerous position. Olivia Price and Bethany Gordon around it. McComiskey, Bruce and Harding in the penalty area. Holly Casper's hanging around there too as well. Amy Harrison's made her way up from the back to make it a quintet. of Wanderers to aim for. All in the delivery. Can Price or Gordon deliver from this range? It's going to be Olivia Price. It's to the near post, and it was met by Norrie. Gordon wins it back. Bruce, that takes a deflection, might go anywhere. Flag's gone up for offside, which I don't think Kate Jazovic has seen or heard just yet. We will. Well, the flag did go up for offside, and now it's span up for offside again. Went down momentarily, and it is still up, and we will get that offside call. The Royal fans are making a bit of noise today, and that's probably why Kate Jazovic couldn't hear the comms from her assistant. This one on a knife edge. Gordon. Price. McCormick got a touch on it. Where they were calm and collected in their distribution at the back in the first half, it's becoming a little frantic in the second. Rue finds Price. Eunice was trying to barge her way through. The Royal might be able to break here with Brodigan. Bruce across. And then firmly in with Yallop. No holds barred between those two. And Tamiki Yallop's penalised. And you can hear what the Royal faithful think of that. Fair to say, they disagree with our match official today. Make your own mind up here. Vicky Bruce with the first one. There, perhaps a little shove on the defender. That's up towards Harding. Got their head of McCormick, looking to pull it back towards Matos. Well, since the goal, the Wanderers have been the better side. Confidence brimming in the visiting team. Kushler-Rue. Gordon. Harrison looking for Bruce. Forster wide. Matos. Return ball to Bruce. McComasky. Rue working it really nicely now. Harding. 2 to aim for in the penalty area. Price is on the back post. It's Harding. Well, Price was on the edge of the area rather and was screaming for a pullback. Jordan Silkovitz has got a little bit of cramp. Here's the ball in from Harding. Was a cross that dipped and almost dropped in the net. As all good number 9s, though, probably claim that she went for it had it dropped in. An hour in, and the Royal goalkeeper suffering from a bit of cramp. There you can see how the game has switched a little. In the final third entries, the Wanderers, well, they're in the ascendancy now. Yallop beaten to it by Gordon. Rue leaves it behind and stolen away by Thompson again. Final pass, though, wasn't good enough, and Harrison finds Rue, who goes long, looking for Harding, looking to help it on its way to Caspers. On a mistake by the Roar. Holly Caspers can't get it out of her feet, though. Harding skips away from Scarpelli. Sophie Harding to pull it across to the area, and it's deflected and off the crossbar and somehow stays out. It came off Rebecca Kirkup, and both teams have hit the woodwork at that end. And it's Wanderers' turn to hold their head in their hands and wonder how on earth they're not ahead. A lick of paint away from taking the lead. Thompson. Palmer. Norrie. Looks for the big switch. Brodigan, who's had a lot of joy down that flank in this half, finding a lot of room. Kirkup forward, looking for Corbin. Trying to tee herself up, the number 9. Well, that goal to our left seems to have a charm live. Both goals have gone in there, but the woodwork saved a couple. Corbyn's knocked down. It's a loose one, as is the pass that followed it. Well, highly entertaining hour and a bit has been played here at Perry Park as the temperature thankfully cools. Thompson. Freer wants to drop the shoulder and have a run. Sean Freer, good one too. Oh, great skill to turn around and find Holly Palmer. Yallop, top of the box, couldn't get the finish. Superb opening from Sean Freer again. Sensational skills to create the opening for the Raw. Here's the first chance, and Kirkup, well, it hit the crossbar and it could have gone anywhere. Danica Matos was looking at a tap-in if it had gone anywhere but where it did, straight to Sukovic. One such thing as a football match is won and lost. Norrie, the good header. Kirkup penalised for handball after Matos had picked up the loose pieces. Well, as we stand, both teams could make cases for taking home the full bag of points. Harrison to send it forwards, Harding to send it goalwards. Sukovic with the old school drop punt. Look at the space for Eunice though. Perhaps players tiring a bit. Price, Eunice ran into a wall of orange. And Norrie's pass is very intelligent indeed, and it's given Yallop the freedom of Perry Park to maraud forward, runners either side. Chooses Brodigan to the right. It took too long to get it under control, but does win a corner off the shins of Danica Matos. Well, as this game goes on, the heat and humidity getting to the players, the game becoming very stretched. The 8th corner of the match, or 7th corner of the match rather, the 4th for the Raw. Bit of a hold up at the moment.
Substitution for the Western Sydney Wanderers, number 8, Olivia Price, replacement number 3, Gemma Ferris.
There's going to be a change.
19, Tali Eunice, replaced by
Gemma Ferris is coming on for Olivia Price, and Talia Eunice is going off for Alexia Apostolakis. So the double change for the Wanderers. Apostolakis, a great future ahead of her. First job she's got to do though is defensive. Palmer to take this latest set piece. It lifted into the danger area. Karmis at the second attempt. Sends it towards Caspers, who will willingly chase. Might get on the end of it. Norrie makes sure she doesn't. Scarpelli's there. Rides the challenge of Apostolakis and sends one forward towards Brodigan. Karmis quick off her line to get there. And Caspers might be in at the other end. The ball took an age to drop for Thompson. And in the end, Sukovic did what she had to do, which was get rid of it. Apostolakis to swing it in. Caspers tried to knock it down. McComiskey. Apostolakis again. Good starts to her game for Alexia Apostolakis. Plenty of positive touches. Yallop for the Raw. Brodigan. McCormick. Sukovic under pressure, and there's a heavy touch again. And Caspers was close to getting a toe on it. The Raw playing themselves into trouble here. Ferris couldn't get enough on the pass. Scarpelli. Well, this is an eminently watchable football match in the Liberty A-League. Just over 20 minutes to play. Raw 1, Wanderers 1. Silkowitz again, not for the first time. Passing accuracy a bit better in the second half as the teams have settled. Raw slightly ahead. Of the 73% passing accuracy, though, the one that mattered was a ball in towards Harding, which got the equaliser. Matos went long. Postolakis got there, but went through Tamiki Yallop to do so. I think it's Raw's turn to head to the bench. Looks like Bonnie Davies is going to get a run for Ashley Brodigan. Brodigan, who had that cross that almost led to a goal for Mia Corbin for 2-0. We're going to have our drinks break in the second half at this moment, just to keep Bonnie Davies waiting for a little bit longer. A reminder of the Unite round, of course, we talked about it in the first half. 12th to the 14th of January in Sydney. All 24 teams from across the men's and women's A-League will be there in a dozen matches in a trio of different stadiums. Ticketek.com.au for your tickets for Unite round. Be a part of history. It's going to be something special. Let's have a look back at the goals of this one. Mia Corbin opened the scoring in the 27th minute. A finish via the boot of Vicky Bruce. Both number 9s getting on the score sheet. Corbin first, and here was the equaliser. Holly Caspers. Harding's taken up a great position in the middle. First touch was beautiful, and from there she was never going to miss the form that she was in. Sophie Harding happy to finish. Credit to the part that Kush LaRue played in it as well. Casper's ball was great. The first touch was perfect, and the finish, well, it was inevitable. The two number 9s on the score sheet. Which one of them might have the final say? 20 minutes plus whatever time added on to find out if there is to be a winner. Raw have drawn twice this season. Both times they've drawn, it's been 1-1. And the one draw that the Wanderers have had has also been 1-1. It's a league for goals, the Liberty A-League. It's yet to be a goalless draw. We're safe saying it now because we've had 2 goals. If we said that at the beginning, that would have cursed it. Here's Davies. First involvement for her was a positive one, driving at the heart of the Wanderers' defence. Touch from Kirk up inside. Finds its way to Davies again. Kirk up. McCormick. Someone will be keeping count, but Silkowitz has had many touches back there today. Norrie's, apologies, Holly Palmer crowded out in midfield. Apostolakis. Gordon. Plenty of Wanderers in this attack if they can get it forward. Apostolakis is going backwards though. McComiskey. There is space now for Alexia Apostolakis to lift it in towards the penalty area and find the run of Holly Caspers in behind. Flag stays down. It's back for Harding, and it's wide of the goal. Well, the only surprise perhaps is it didn't end up in the back of Jordan Silkowitz's net. And she is suffering with cramp on that left leg, and this is not the first time. The Raw goalkeeper has been down. Keely Richards is the potential substitute goalkeeper. Here's the chance again. Holly Caspers got in behind. The Raw wanted offside. It wasn't given. And Harding, well, it flashed past the goal. head-in-hand moments for Sophie Harding. The form she was in, you expected the net to bulge. John Silkovits is up, taking a drink of water, trying to get some of that pickle juice in, perhaps, to get rid of the cramp. She was cramping up on the hour mark. And they might have work to do here. Harding, well, didn't catch hold of it. And Silkovits will probably be grateful that it trundled across the ground to her, rather than was hit with any real pace. But the Wanderers knocking on the door again. And Postelakis having a very positive involvement from the bench. And she's won the ball back again here. McComiskey's found Rue. Delivery in for Silkovits to come and get. Good throw, though. Davies. Yallop. Norrie. Tracked by Rue. For a goalkeeper who's cramping, she didn't really want to be making those clearances. McComiskey. Looking for Matos. Well read by Leah Scarpelli. I'm going to get another change here. Looks like Holly Palmer's day is run. And Kaya Stevenson is going to come on for her. All energy display again from Holly Palmer. Most attempted tackles in the Raw lineup. And Kaya Stevenson's on in her place to add some more dynamism to that Raw midfield. Freya runs into Ferris. Postelakis for Harrison. Ball forward, finds Matos. Good ball in turn to find Rue, who's sent Caspers off and running. Holly Caspers bearing down on goal, and a great stop. She went high. Silkovits stood her ground and palmed it over the bar. And will stretch it out again. Might have cramp, but didn't stop her making the save. Caspers stretched the legs, decided to go high, and Silkovits was equal to the task. But the Wanderers, well, they're looking the more likely right now. Apostolakis with the corner. There's a crowd scene at the top of the penalty area. Apostolakis to swing it to that near post. And they'll go again. Vicky Bruce was challenging for the Wanderers. Similar setup to what we had a moment ago. Whole raft of players to hit as it swung towards that far post. Volley back across goal, and Silkovits again. Well, it may have even hit the top of the crossbar before the goalkeeper could get a hand on it. But Postelakis' delivery was top draw. The volley on the far post, and it did, in fact, clip off the top of the bar before the keeper could get there. Here comes Davies. Corbyn. Been peripheral in the second half after a chance. Too good a player to keep quiet for long, though. Yallop to strike one. Always rising. Well, the chances are flowing now. Now the sun's gone down and the temperature's a little cooler. The players are able to show us their full ability, and Tamiki Yallop, well, she's had a couple from that range now. No team has conceded more goals from outside the box in the league than the Wanderers this season. Royal haven't conceded one from outside the box all term. Can't keep giving Tamiki Yallop opportunities like that. Mia Corbyn, bit of a lazy run back, is flagged offside. Put a real shift in as Mia Corbyn. Brisbane still edging the shot count 14-9. Most of them in the first half, though. Here's Harding. It's open up for Sophie Harding. Straight down the throat of Silkovits again. Shots coming thick and fast. Postelakis once more involved, and Harding, well, rode the first challenge of McCormick. Couldn't bend it past the Raw goalkeeper. Good firm header from Bruce. Well, the way this is going, strap yourself in, because this could be quite a bumpy last 15 minutes. As both sides aren't content with a point. They want 3. Silkowitz on that leg that was cramping earlier with the left-footed clearance. Got a fair bit of distance on it. Stevenson. First involvement for Kaya Stevenson. Good one too. Davies, who's been hugging the touchline since her introduction. Good cut through as well. Corbyn able to turn. Didn't roll for Mia Corbyn though, and smashed clear by Postelakis, who was doing the defensive work. Not just shining at the other end. The Raw not hanging around. Davies. Well, and he knows one way forward, and that's forward. Couldn't get past Matos though. One back by Kush-Larue. Wants to change the angle and look for Harding. Silkowitz has come out to meet it. Good choice from the goalkeeper. Strange shouts of handball from some of the Wanderers players. Kirkup. Picked off by Postelakis. Harding couldn't get a foot on it. Well, the Raw have only scored twice beyond the 49th minute in all games played this season. They're going to need to break that if they are to get a winner. McCormick, well, she's not hanging around. The centre-back releasing the shackles. Yallop. Kirkup. Silkowitz to go long again. Corbyn the target. Good win by Bruce. Rue, nice turn and tried to play a Postelakis, but Freya read it well. Thompson tries to set Sian Freya away, and she's going to get there first. And an opportunity here to perhaps deliver into the penalty area. Yallop arriving, couldn't get on the end of it with enough power or direction. Yallop again. Lazy swing of the boot from McCormick. It struck Harding. Silkovic has launched it into orbit. And Corbyn might get there ahead of the keeper, and there's a clash. And they ask the question to Brisbane Roar. And Kate Jazovic waves it away. Matos. Well, Corbyn got there, and the coming together with Karmis was deemed accidental. Might have been a harsh one had it been given. Plenty of Raw Wanderers players in this attack. 6 on the edge of the penalty area. Ball, though, can't find anyone in a white shirt. Into the final 10 minutes, one apiece. And here's the challenge again from Corbyn. No, I don't think they could give that. If anything, it might have been a knee up from Corbyn. Wanderers going to make another change imminently. Malia Morris is going to get a run for Holly Caspers, who has been chasing everything and played a prominent part in the Wanderers' equaliser. She took the pass from Kush-Larue, and the delivery was exquisite. And Sophie Harding did the rest, as is her wont of late. Malia Morris will plonk herself at the top of the box and look to get involved straight away. Good first touch. You can hear the energy and the urgency from both teams. Good touch, and here's Morris. Well, what an introduction that would have been. Gordon's little flick almost set the substitute through. Silkovic was alert to the danger. McCormick was given another one to the goalkeeper to deal with. Stevenson beaten to it by Gordon. Ferris looking to twist and turn. Gordon. It's confirmation of that change for you. McComiskey. Apostolakis. Plenty of room. Went inside to Rue. McComiskey. Morris will exchange of passes for the substitute to swing it in towards Harding at the near post. Nice build-up. Didn't quite have the end product. Yallop. Put in by Bethany Gordon. Silkovic, well, she shanked that one, but it's going to find its way to Davies. There wouldn't be many more players on the park that have had as many touches as Jordan Silkovic today. Been asked to do an awful lot of that by her defence. Kirkup with the throw. Had the ball in the net in the first half, remember, Rebecca Kirkup. Goal was disallowed. Thompson. Closed down by Apostolakis. Stevenson. Looking to send Freya away again. Sian Freya back. In towards Yallop. Here's Davies. Yallop. Striding forward here, Tamiki Yallop. That deflection could go anywhere. Corbin putting Camus under pressure. Ferris to clear. The Raw going close. Can confirm that Jordan Silkovic has had the most touches of anybody on the pitch. It felt like that, and that's been confirmed statistically. Passing accuracy of 70-odd% as well, which is pretty good. Unusual for a goalkeeper to be the one with the most touches. Who's going to get the most important one, though? The winning goal, if there's to be one. Yallop into the middle. Camus spills it, and then gathers at the second attempt under pressure from Corbin. Good recovery from the goalkeeper. Stevenson. Oh, lovely turn. Silky to get away and find Davies, and this is the kind of space that Bonnie Davies loves, and that's a delicious looking ball towards the far post. And it should have been 2-1 perhaps. Sian Freya on the back post, scored last week in Canberra. Wasn't far away from repeating the feat. Here's the earlier one. Yallop's hit towards the near post. And Camus in trouble. Almost immediately, Bonnie Davies was able to lift it towards the far post. And it was close from Freya. Kushla-Roo. Norrie's won it back into the final 5 minutes. It's fairly flown by this second half. Really important interception by Vicky Bruce, who sent Morris away. Kirkup for company. It's back for Morris. Oh. Kirkup is stretching out as well. Pulled up at a cramp at a really inopportune time for her team, as Marley Morris was lurking with intent. Not surprising to see this, though, because all the players on this park have put in an absolute shift today. In trying conditions. Made it for a very watchable game. This was the moment, you'll see it. Just stretches the leg out to get a toe on it. Might have got a stamp on the foot, actually, as well, for her troubles. Completely accidental, of course. Well, after not winning for the first 4 games of the season, the Wanderers have won the last 2. They want to draw at the moment. Sophie Harding now with 6 goals, and Kushla Rue with 1 goal and 2 assists have been directly involved in 7 of the Wanderers' last 8 goals scored in this competition. 2 inform attacking players. Will they have a moment to say? The critical moment before this one runs out. Players taking the opportunity to get a drink for the final spurt. Still some fresh legs on the bench, should they be required. Sukovic wants her team to go forward and launch an attack inside the Wanderers' half. Norrie picks it up in midfield ahead of Rue. Thompson. Freya, who went so close just a moment ago. Comiskey away. Bounce is awkward. Morris. Opportunity for Malia Morris, who almost got the touch she needed. McCormick wanted Silkovic to come. The keeper didn't oblige, so the centre-back was forced to deal with it. 8 shots on target apiece. 1 goal apiece. Morris wants the throw. It's going to go the way of the Raw, though. Kirk up to take. Ferris beaten to it by Stevenson, who sends one in behind McComiskey and asks Freer to run. And Sian Freer obliges and hits goalwards, and Karmis makes the save. A firm strike, but Sham Karmis was equal to it. Gordon for the Wanderers, that's going to be picked off by the alert Thompson. While Freer went for goal, Corbin was waiting in the middle, but the strike was firm. Sham Karmis, though, watched it all the way. Into the final 30 seconds in a moment, plus whatever's going to be added on. As I said at the start of the second half, both sides can make a case for taking home the points today. Both sides have struck the woodwork. Are we going to get a dramatic conclusion? Sliding challenge from Norrie. Touched off to Corbin, who's gone for the little chip. Meanwhile, I think Bethany Gordon is down in backfield. It's a heavy challenge from Aisha Norrie. 5 minutes of extra time we're going to get here on added time. As Gordon's picked herself up, Matos can launch an attack for the Wanderers. Ferris. A goal would be of critical importance to either side. If they get it, they will go into the top 6, and of course that's finals football this year. Matos almost found Morris, so the stakes could not be higher at the moment. Rue. Tired pass. Equally so by the Raw. It's found its way to Freer, though. And off goes Sian Freer again. Still full of running, still full of energy. Finds Corbin to lay it back to Stevenson, who couldn't find the target. The substitutes just getting under it. It's Mia Corbin, and it came back for Kaya Stevenson. Well, into the stoppage time. There's going to be a change as Ella Abdul Masai is coming on for Kushla Rue for the last couple of minutes. Looking to make a difference, if possible. Gordon. Harding's peeled wide. Really good tackle again. Tostelakis will take the throw. Gordon will lift it towards the top of the box. Yallop helps it away. Tired swing from McComiskey. And there's a high boot against Mia Corbin, and it will give the Wanderers a chance, with just over half of stoppage time played, to deliver this into a danger area and perhaps steal the points. Amy Harrison will take the free kick. Here was the earlier chance for Stevenson. Teed it up nicely, but it was always rising. Harrison to swing it into the penalty area. Silkovitz came, really important punch, and a good one too. Gordon tries to hook it back. The keeper clattered into one of her own players, I believe, or there was a clash of a couple of players. Sophie Harding was throwing herself at it. Got a little bang on the back of the head. Not worse than the Raw player. We can't see who it is from this angle, but there's a little bit of worry. We will stop, obviously, the game for a head clash of any description. The ball came flying into the penalty area. It was Jenna McCormick who was absolutely cleaned out by a combination of Sophie Harding and her own goalkeeper. Bit of friendly fire, perhaps, for McCormick. Worryingly, is still down. She's a tough cookie, though, Jenna McCormick. Been around the Liberty A-League. Done a good job wherever she's been called upon, and thankfully seems okay. Mia Corbin gave the Raw the lead in the 27th minute. 5 minutes into the second half, Sophie Harding levelled it. Since then, we've had chances aplenty. Rebecca Kirkup almost put through her own goal, striking the crossbar at that end of the pitch where McCormick gets treatment. And that was the end of the pitch where Sean Freer hit the post in the first half as well. And Kirkup had a goal disallowed. It's been entertaining, that much is for sure. The Raw are away in round 9. They play Sydney FC. Western Sydney Wanderers there. Well, they've got a brace of home games coming up against Adelaide and Melbourne Victory. The Raw on their travels. After Sydney, they play Melbourne City away. And Jenna McCormick will go off. No doubt she will want to get back on as quickly as she can. It's going to be a drop ball, and I think the Wanderers have possession, so it's going to be a dangerous position to be in. Okay, Jatovic sorts it out. And Bethany Gordon will get the touch. Well, this is going to add plenty on to the 5 that we had. At least 2.5 minutes, you would think, if not 3. Harrison lofts it goalwards. Silkowitz behind it. Might be looking at 8 minutes of stoppage time come the end of this one. Corbin the target, beaten in the air. Breaks for Abdul Masai. Morris couldn't get it under control. Stevenson. Scarpelli to send it long, looking for Corbin, who takes it down wonderfully and invites Sean Freer to have another run at McComiskey. Postelakis across there to help out. A combination of the Wanderers defenders get it done. The Raw on the front foot in stoppage time. Sean Freer named as the local man of the match. Oh, man of the match, my apologies, player of the match. And thoroughly deserved as well. Excellent performance down that left wing. Unlucky not to score. Been a constant thorn in the side of this Wanderers defence. 7 minutes of stoppage time played. Potentially about 60 seconds left for someone to grab a winner. From a neutral perspective, that might be harsh. Gordon, Morris, Harding in the middle, Matos up as well. Morris to try and deliver. Still has it. Marlian Morris lifted in towards the middle, and it's going to roll out of play. And Jordan Silkovitz will send it forwards. We're not going to get much more, I wouldn't have thought. If a winner's going to come, it's going to have to come rather rapidly. Norrie swings it right to Davies. The home fans would love it if they could steal one from here. Finds Yallop. Back for Kirkup to lift it in. It came off of Stevenson eventually. It's been thrashed away, and we will have to settle for honours even, which is probably on the basis of what we've seen, a fair result. Both sides gave it their all. Both sides did their level best to come away with the victory. Mia Corbin put the Roar in front. They had chances in the first half to extend their leads. The Wanderers, well, arguably they had the better of the second half, equalised through Sophie Harding, and then struck the crossbar when Rebecca Kirkup almost took the ball past her own goalkeeper. But at the end of the 90 minutes, the points are shared here at Perry Park in Brisbane. The final score is Brisbane Roar 1, Western Sydney Wanderers 1. Let's take a look at the goals again. Here's Mia Corbin's opener. Both were taken with calmness and composure, as you would expect of two quality centre forwards. Corbin's little drop of the shoulder to send Harrison the wrong way, and despite Vicky Bruce's best intentions, couldn't keep it out, and that put the Roar ahead just before the half-hour mark. But took 5 minutes of the second half for the Wanderers to equalise. Holly Caspers picking out the in-form striker in the competition, and Sophie Harding rolling in her 6th goal in the last 4 games. There was a sense of inevitability when it found its way to Harding, and she didn't let anybody down with a calm and composed finish to level the